Hello and welcome. My name is Trismegistus, and today I'm going to be playing some Dyson Sphere Program. I've got my camera a bit too low. It's chopping off the top of my head. There we go. No, not quite. There we go. No. Yes, so as you can see, if you're watching this today, I fixed the fact I was disappearing. Yes, so it's already loaded up. The plan for today, let me just check all the levels and stuff again. That's okay there. And then we want to check that one. There we go. Hello, Mouse, how are you? Welcome back. Seems to all be working. Excellent. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Yes, so as you can see, this is what we're going to be doing basically, is trying to use the new logistics system so that I can kind of learn what it's all about, what it's for, what it does. And I've just realised that's probably a bad idea because I probably want proliferation maybe. Although the things I'm planning on making, maybe not. But yes, I'm thinking about making a make everything and how that might work using the new logistics. I can't remember who it was, but somebody pointed out to me that what you can do now is you can put, well, let's just do it. You can put down a splitter and then you can put a storage container. It actually takes both, I think. Yeah, no, it's just a small one, so that looks things. But put a storage container in, and when you feed a belt in, it actually puts it into the storage. It's like Dyson Sphere Program's version of a logistics chest, basically. And this then, if you then put the old, whatever it calls this, logistics distributor on top of that, then whatever you've got in the chest, so for example silicon, you can then make available. So it's like a way of creating Factorio style logistics chests, basically. I don't think I've put any. Oh, I have put drones in. Okay. We should have still. I've not gotten rid of it, and it's one of the things we probably need to replace. I should still have the area that was making. Oh, I've confused myself now by twisting it around. That was making the drones. Where was that? It was over here, wasn't it, somewhere? Not that bit. Here we go. So yeah, so I'm still making the drones and the logistics things. So shouldn't run out of those while we're doing. I mean, they're not quick, but yeah, the idea I'm thinking is that I'm basically going to set up some like productions for each of the different types of material. Now I've set this back a bit because I might make some stuff here, but the sort of idea is then to have, or my idea, whether it's a good idea or not, I don't know, is then to have basically these on the other side. Now, I may actually put the international, I've done it again, interstellar ones here, because then we can try and make them available, to other planets. The tricky part always with these is like the return side of it, so you have to set up some quite complicated, because what you ideally want is, belts to be available wherever you're building, stuff. But you get this annoying situation where it's difficult to pull them back again. And you have to set up some really weird things where, they request them in and then they feed back into chests and loop round on themselves, and it all gets a bit messy. So I will probably just build them for the time being using the small ones. Is it just my memory art? You had a face cam before. Is that not working? I do. Can you not see the face cam? Yeah, I'm here. This is me. It's working. Okay. Yes, I've always had face cam, basically. I mean, I've done very occasional streams without the face cam, but yeah. Don't remember you had one before. Oh, no. Okay. It might have been... no, I think I've always had one. I could do some more... I have done the odd stream without face cam. And I do occasionally fiddle about with the size of it, so sometimes it's more or less noticeable. But yes, my big moon-shaped face. It's over here, isn't it? Here we go. Let's grab these. I will leave drones for the time being. And grab some more of them. There we go. Yes, so the ultimate aim, obviously, is that this will be providing stuff, as I say, to other planets. But for the time being, I kind of need to just set it up. At the moment, I did go around. I did have a good session, in my holiday, where I basically added in this to each of the planets. And what I usually do, done the wrong button, is have input and output essentially. So at the bottom here, this is because I've got them being made on other planets, so they're coming in here. But basically, the raw materials are coming in. And that's what we'll do eventually as we expand. We'll add more and more of those sort of intermediate, type products, basically. Okay, so can I work out? So what's going to be? Because we need a bunch of these, and I set up one as kind of a template. But can I work out? I think it needs to align with the end. Is that right? And then, so that one there goes on that one. Okay, just sort of practicing with this for the moment, because we're basically all of those ones we can bring in. Is that right? And as I say, I probably need to switch this over, don't I? Do I want proliferation? It's sort of not going to matter because of the types of things that are going to work. Yeah, no, let's not bother with proliferation. Okay, so what else do I want to bring in? So we got those. I guess we need stone brick, carbon. What else? We got those 4. So then steel. And let's have a think. Let's try and stay fairly basic, because we want to carbon steel with these. So I think that's all the sort of super basic ones. I guess glass. We could have glass coming in. Okay. And then what? Then maybe gears. Magnets, maybe. I don't know if they're going to be used in anything. Circuits. So I need to make some more of them, don't I? Right. And then what we got? So we got those 4. I brought circuits in. Yeah, we got circuits. So I guess there's prisms, and then we could do the engine. Oops, that's the wrong one. Not the green one, and then the blue one. And I'm gonna need. I keep trying to hit. No, what's the equivalent on this? No. Huh. I can't remember what the key is. I'm a bit rusty because obviously, as I was saying with the Factorio stream yesterday, I've not really. I mean, this I did play a bit. When I went on holiday, or when I started my holiday, but then I've mostly been playing Anno 1800, so I've gone a bit rusty, if I'm honest. I do remember what I was planning. Okay. Where have I got power from on this? Is it just coincidental that it's next to a... I think it is, isn't it? Oh no, we've got power in the middle there. Okay. something. Like so. So we've got those, then we've got the engines and the prisms. What else? I guess maybe we would want something like plasma exciters, and particle colliders. Then maybe... I can't remember whether you use any microcrystallines in anything. I'm actually thinking we go with the 2 diamonds. Then what do we want? I guess then we could go with those 2. And the titanium alloy maybe. And what else? Oh, there's the titanium glass, isn't there? I'm not sure which of these actually need to build stuff, if that makes sense. I'll have to see. Right. I'm not going to order them in or anything until they do actually be required. Right. Okay. And then down the side there. Let's go with the stone brick. And carbon. And steel. Glass. What have I actually set these on? About 1,000. Okay. And then the boxes are all on 2, aren't they? Okay. And then the things on. Now I'll put the drones in. I've got them all. Yeah. But then I have to set it on provide to other distributors as well, don't I? Oh, it's already set. Must have double clicked. Cool. Okay. Right then. So I guess let's start building some things because I think that's all the. Oh, I guess I should put these in as well, shouldn't I? Oh, and I've not got. Oh, I've not got any drones at all. Okay. Let's put some of them in. How was that? I'm also hoping that this will help me with organising stuff because, as I've said many, many times before, this is the bit I really struggle with on this game, is the finding stuff is almost impossible. Let's just get a load of drones. I thought I'd already put these in, actually. Wash. Now, I think we're safe enough ordering up some of these anyway. 1,000, about 1,000. Demand. 1,000. Cool. Awesome. As I say, oh, I didn't put the belts on, did I? So, gears, magnets, whatever those are called, magnets, circuits. I mean, we'll definitely need engines, but we'll leave the rest, I think. Demand. Then that. You. How did I set these? Oh, I did not set the chests, did I? 2. 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Let's order the stuff in. And I haven't got the those on the top. So the idea of this, I'm not going to do any... I mean, I'm going to do belts between machines, I think, where I have to. But the idea is more to do sort of direct insertion. So, what do we start with? That's all, hopefully most of the basic setup. So, what do we start with? We might as well start with conveyors, I guess. And there you go. So, for example, graphite I've not got coming in, so we can add that on when we need it. But I think belts, I seem to remember, it's 1 second to make 3, 1 second to make 3, requires 3, 1 second to make 3, requires 3. So they're 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. So, what we should be able to do, because that requires 2 ingredients, that requires 2 ingredients, that requires, oh, I'm looking at the wrong one, 2 ingredients, 2 ingredients, but 3 ingredients. So, the bit I'm sort of not sure on, which we'll experiment with, is, as I say, we can have these sort of here, for example. Obviously, I put them a long way around because I don't know whether I'm going to build here or, you know, or not, sort of thing. But what I'm sort of assuming, I guess I could do this. I mean, I could just go for like full-on upgrade, couldn't I? And from now on, we work in blue belts. I'm not sure about that though, because I don't know on my capacity to produce the material. I don't want to be completely, you know, just running out of blue belt, basically. Because what I'm sort of assuming I'm going to do, but I don't know. I'll say we need to work this out. Where do I put these? I put those so they're 1, 2, 3 squares back. It's on the edge, and then 1, 2, 3 squares back. So it's there, and there. And then I effectively order these in. So here, for example, we're going to do... I mean, belts probably needs to be bigger, but... Because this is the bit I've not tried at all, is the bringing stuff in to these machines. Because I think I can do that. So we want... So is that not a requester then? So how do I request? Cannot distribute. Because the... Oh, here we go. Ah, okay. So we set that on request. Okay. So here we would want to request greens. I didn't put that. Drones in, did I? And here we request blues, I guess. And then presumably this inserter just sorts itself out. Oops. Come on. So we go like that, I think. Is that how I've done it? I don't think it is. I think I've done... No, I've done the bed and straight away. Okay. It's got to look even. Got to look nice. Got to look even. So we want to go that way. And then that comes out there and goes there. Oops. Cool. So then this would be the power. Obviously I can think of a fourth one, which we want in there. So can I not set... I guess I'm setting it because it's running into a chest, or it's filling that to the degree that it can. I don't appear to be able to just set a request 200. I know you can do it for Icarus, you can do it here. It looks like we can't set a number, it just tries to fill the chest. Okay. And I presume because these are... I'm just going to put these on a low number to start with. And then we want drones, which I lost sight of. Yeah, it just tries to fill them up, but because it's in a different logistic system, it's not going to start, you know, moving stuff around between that there. Okay. So, let's actually build our first thing. I guess we'll just use regular stuff to start with. And where do I want to put this? So if we put it there, maybe? And then I'm kind of assuming that this will work. And then we need to request in, because this is going to be, oops, regular yellow belts. So we need to request in iron. I'm not going to do it yet. Just want to see how I'm setting this up. So those are the gears and the iron. Do I bother putting them in both sides? I don't know. And then I just directly feed it in. Oops, why is that not? I guess I'm not clicking on it properly. So these probably need to be higher level inserters and stuff. So we do that. Now the question though is, do I then put it into a... Oops, that's too close, isn't it? Put it into a box. I guess I'm going to have to if I'm requesting it over here. Yeah, that makes some sense. So we put it into one of them. And it's available, but then we'll also put a machine here, which will make greens. And we then need the turbines coming in. Okay. I'm just wondering if I can... Because it's going to sort of snake round, isn't it? So we need, say, this to be the turbines. Where would they be? There. Whereas this is yellow belts. And of course, if we set this as, you know, say 3 stacks, then presumably the drones will take them both over to there, but also the inserters will just pass it through. So this is what we'll experiment with. So that's that. This was turbines, yeah. So the turbines then, where is the inserters then? Come on. In there. And then this puts the green ones in there, which again we'll set to 3 with the hat. And then this is the final ingredient, except I can't do it there, can I? Because there's not enough room. Because this needs to have 3 inputs, doesn't it? And an output. So, how could I arrange those better? Because this is the output from that, isn't it? Well, it's not very happy with that, but there you go. So it's getting a 2 in. So another option would be to have that there. Becomes like a puzzle game, this then. So that would be that there. Would that make any difference? It wouldn't really, would it? Because we would still probably need the machine. That was the output. Oops, the output. Because the problem essentially is I need 3 things going in here. And this is blocking the output. So how would I better do that? Don't think I can really. I was hoping to have them sort of nice and super compact, but it's not really going to work, is it? No. Okay. So if I was instead to put, because I could just have them going along, couldn't I? Yeah, let's see about that then. So if the machine making the green ones is there, and then it feeds into another chest here, and it has, I mean, that could move down, and then we could have be a bit more compact. But let's do this first. So this is the yellow. Oops. Yellow's coming in, green's going out, and this needs an additional input, which is the motors, turbines, whatever it calls them. And then this feeds into on here. Oh, I've got the wrong machine. But this needs 2 inputs again. To make an output. So say we could move that down one, this one round rather, and so it's a little bit more compact, but not perfect really, is it? That'll do though, I think. And so we have, so that's that one there, and these would be the 2 inputs. So we can move this whole thing up. So it's here. Yeah, let's do that. So, I'm actually wondering whether I could share them. So I'm wondering if there is something I could have here that uses whatever I've requested in there. Because how similar are these? Because that's iron plate, you see, and this is also iron plate. And then if you were to feed it, oops, completely wrong thing there. If you were to feed your materials across here, and you were the next level of these, you would need regular motors, okay. So that's a different input. But what about the top level? What does that need? That needs turbines, okay. Because that would be turbines. But what else did you need? You did motors. So could I get you? So if the output for that one was there, and this one fed into here, so this is the green inserters. So it needs motors, but then it outputs to here, and then that one there, so that I can share turbines here. So that's both the turbines, that's the thing it needs. So this could be the output point for that one. So this is the blue inserters. So that then is motors. Because you need something else, don't you? Because you need blue So you need and then you have an output as well. Oops. I mean, I can like share them across, can't I? That's probably a better way of doing it. So I can do that as well, essentially. Move that over. So that this might be an option for more compactness. But I think I'll just stick with what I've got here. I've made it complicated enough already. Right. But I also need to move it down because I forgot I was going to do that. Okay. Right. So those two there. And then this one is actually here. That one is there. That one is there. That one is there. Let's just get rid of that bit. Oh, I misaligned them, haven't I? Okay, well done. There we go. So, box there. Machine there. Box there. That machine there. Box, box. Move that one down. That one over. Okay. Okay. So I need to put the recipes on because that's all gotten lost. So that would be a mid one of them. Low one of them. Okay, so let's set all of these boxes to 2. Unless they're a actual, thing, as it were, a machine, which will set them to 3. So that's a machine, that's a machine, that's a machine, that's just a input. So that's a 2. It's a 3. Which way around? Oh, that was going to be the output, and that was going to be the input. So that was going to be the output. That's obviously the machine. That's a 2. Oh, so that should be a 3. Should be 2. Okay. Oh, I've not got the. I was wondering why it was going sort of. Oh, I have got that one. Oh. I guess it's just where the sun is, but it doesn't look like the light's following me properly. Weird. Okay. Right. Let's put the inserters on next, since it's a bit finicky with doing them while it's there. So that needs to go to there. That to there, that to there, that to there. That one is an extra one for that one. That one, that one. And then you're that one, that one, you're that one, that one. And then you're on the bottom. Input, input. Okay. And let's work out what's what. So these both needed iron plate. Oh, wait a minute. That also needs green circuits. Oh no. Oh, bum. Because you can't multiple request on these, can you? Ah. Ah. There's no problem. I mean, I can put it there, but it means I got to move the whole thing down. Okay, let's copy and paste it. Well, let's copy it. it's just going to save as a blueprint so that it's there. I don't know which one it is. Guess that one? Okay. And then hopefully I don't have to do absolutely all of that again. Right. So that one? Yeah, okay. So this actually needs to be... I could also move it up a bit anyway. Take it away from the whatchamacallits. So if we put that there... Cool. Phew. I forgot about the circuits. Forgot about the circuits. So that's the circuits there, which is a 2 because it's an ingredient. Okay, so let's put all of the things on. Make all of everything available. Okay. Let's also put some power on. Can I just do that? I can, can't I? We are going to eat through these drones. In fact, we're already out. And it won't let me grab them. I don't think I'll have to fly over. But I can't remember where the hell I'm going. Over here. Over here. Okay, over that way. Everyone's having a good day. It's been quite pleasant in the UK today. Or certainly in this bit of the UK. Not really sunny as such, but I'm not really a sunny weather sort of a person. But certainly spring is apparently here and doing its spring thing. Seems to take an ages to click over into spring this year. Because it was Easter last weekend and it was it was really quite wet and horrible. I think I was mostly sat inside gaming, so I didn't pay a lot of attention. Right, so where do we want to put power for this? It'd be nice to have it in a nice line, I think, wouldn't it? So if I maybe do that, and then can have maybe it's wait. Lined up like that, maybe? Yeah. Okay. And I hadn't quite filled that up. Oh! Those C. Ericsson, welcome to the stream. It looks slightly gloomy here in Chicago, but I assume it will get better. Only 9:30 AM. All right. Might have to go and open a window. Actually, it's started to come warm because you probably won't be able to hear it because the microphone's quite good with it, but I can hear my graphics card is screaming. Hopefully, it's not coming through all choppy on the stream. Let's just have a quick sanity check that it's not. I'm sort of hoping this would be relatively low impact. I've had some streams where it sort of... It seems to be coming through. Let's check that properly. Clicking on the wrong thing. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, looks like we're okay-ish. I will soon be upgrading. I've planned out what I'm going to get. I just need to wait for June for my actual... Stop being silly, game. My actual bonus to come through. I don't hear. I hear again fine. There are no background noises. Okay, there's game audio is not coming through. Oh, you mean the sorry, yeah, the fan. That's good because I like to try and block that out. I was gonna. There was actually someone using a chainsaw this morning, but they've stopped now, I think. So But yeah, it's quite good, the microphone for that. It's only a cheap, like, one of these Snowball, blue Snowball ones. But yeah, it seems it's quite directional, so it doesn't. That should be request, shouldn't it? There we go. And then this is the iron. Doesn't seem to pick up, background noise particularly, which is good. And then this was the circuits, wasn't it? I think. Hopefully. You want circuits? You want circuits. Did I set the limit on that? Yes, I did. Okay. So, we've made a first one of them. Why are you not flying over to this? Request. Why is that not collecting yellow inserters? Wait. No, that's belt, isn't it? Why are you not picking up the belt? Because it's not. That needs to be. Yeah, so that needs to be ticked. But on deliver. There we go. There we go. They're doing it now. So that would be on deliver as well. Okay, so next one is that one. So that should be a deliver. Then this also needs motors. So request that. It's a little fiddly, this, I gotta say. I have thousands of hours in this game, but I'm a noob with the bots. Always like seeing ideas for how they could level up my game. Yeah, it seems like quite a nice system. I say this is a little fiddly, I gotta say, and somebody said that you could do this, and it seems like a real hack job, if I'm honest. This seems weird. I mean, I get it, because it lets you feed things directly into your logistics stations, but it seems a bit sort of. Shouldn't there be a special, machine that does this, basically, rather than having to stack 3 things on top of each other? It's a bit of an odd idea. Right, so that should get motors coming in, yes? Is it? Why is this not making anything? I guess. Why are you not making anything? You're not getting circuits. It's not getting circuits because it's not getting circuits. Why is it not getting circuits? Because that's not on distribute. Yeah, as I say, this having to manually. I mean, I suppose you have to do it in Factorio, don't you? There's a lot of manual filling about, and I guess once you've set it up properly, that's it, as it were. It should be done, as it were. Okay, so that is now producing stuff. So is that. Then you should be on distribute. Interesting to know what level of. Because this is obviously feeding them into the actual thing rather than. So, yeah, okay, so it's taking them out. It's difficult to know, isn't it? Because I need to get that going. I didn't put the... What else did you need? You needed turbines, so we need to put turbines on there. Request them in. And then you need an inserter. I'm guessing the inserters almost are sort of more prioritised simply from a. Although one of them flew off then, so I don't know if it did. It'd be interesting to know what ratio it does them. Like, does it prioritise the drones flying out, or does it prioritise the inserting? I mean, obviously, the things I'm going to be building here are going to be like occasional demand, but for large numbers. So it sort of doesn't matter if they're. Robbing each other and going very slowly. Because the idea is it builds up a big stockpile in here. Well, not big, but a stockpile in here. Oh, so we finally got some green ones coming through. Okay. And then, when I'm on another planet, I'm requesting them, requesting loads of them, but only every so often. Right. Oh, we've actually made blue ones as well, but we're not set to provide yet. Well, we're not actually even putting those in yet. So. Okay, now what are the extra things this needs? This needs blue motors. So those there, and those need to be requested. It also needs... Now, was I doing... That one's the other input, isn't it? So this is graphite. But we've not got that anywhere, have we? No. No. Okay, so we need another one of these. Or I could swap it out. I mean, because we haven't got a use for that yet. So we could just put graphite in there. Hopefully that's available somewhere. Yeah, there we go. And I think it just automatically updates that. Let's have a look, see, because I need to set this. But let's see if that does automatically update that. But a couple of thousand hours, eh? That's quite impressive. I must have over 150, I guess, because I've played this. This is like my third time playing through. It's usually about sort of, I don't know, 40 to 60 hours, somewhere around there, isn't it? So out they come. Is it changing? It's not changing. Huh, so it looks like it doesn't automatically... Ah, it's got the guest filter on. Oh, there we go. Cannot distribute no logistics bots. Okay. Did I put Loggy... Oh, I haven't put Loggy bots in several of these, have I? So we need Loggy bots in there. I mean, we're not actually using either of those, but put some in. Get some in now. And it will probably be worth popping over and getting more. Having these bots can help me with playing its builds. That's always a rough point in my party throughs. Oh, playthrough, sorry, yeah. PLS meaning planetary logistics system? You mean as in you trying to use... Because I did have a setup that was doing that, actually. Making the planetary logistics. I ended up doing a big one. Oh, I can't even remember where the heck it is. It's somewhere. It's not far away from this, actually. It's a somewhere build. Somewhere on the planet. I've somewhere built. Is that it? No, that's plastic. Oh, here we go. So yeah, I did one with logistics. Sort of the traditional way. But yeah, I'm hoping to build, as I say, eventually build everything. I'm sure there'll be several streams before we get there, but we shall see. Right, let's pop back again. If I've gone the right way, I don't think I've gone the right way, have I? So you play through multiple times rather than, because I know some people sort of just build, you know, more and more and more and bigger and bigger and bigger when they play these games. So the question then is, do I want to try and feed something in that puts like a chest here, for example? Because I think it'd be quite cool. I don't think it's necessarily practical. But if this is like a gigantic array of machines on both sides, I think that'd be quite cool. So I don't know if that's necessarily sensible, but what could we build that's relatively small number of ingredients? I'm wondering about the power things. Because the tricky thing with them is they do use one of those. So ideally I'd have 3 3 machines in a row again, like I've got with the other. Because that's 2 ingredients, isn't it? I guess I could have it start here, maybe? But what does it actually use? So that is iron plate and magnets. Okay. So it ends up, it's sort of feeling like it'd be a brilliant puzzle game. I was just like, well, if I move that machine to that side and put that one over there, and you could then have, make this machine here and that machine there, and say you could sort of fit it around. For example, I don't think it could fit anything in there, could you? Because how I've done it, but is there something you could make with those 3 that you could stick another machine in? That sort of a puzzle game, really. So if we made those here, then we could have the inputs be... Is it not? Oh, it's shift, isn't it, on this game? Yeah, so those could be the 2 inputs, and it puts them in there. Then where's the next machine? So if this is making those, then that would kind of work, because we could have, or potentially it might work anyway. We could have the plasmas here maybe, and then the outputs there. Feels like it might be wrong, because if I was to then do these, I need 2 other inputs, don't I? And I can't do that. If it was another way round, what would that other way round be? So if this was fed in here, so if that was the wireless ones, and then maybe the maker machine is there, and then we've got the option for, oops, wrong place, other outputs there. Because I don't think I'm even making frame materials yet, but then I'm not going to be using the big boy power ones yet at all. But here you go, you see, so that's using the blue motors. So if I was to have the blue motors feeding in there, then is there some machine I could put here that would have, or there, or what have you, that would have the blue motors, you see? Do I want to put it on 3? That's a hell of a lot of... No, I think we'll just put that on 1. Yeah. And then... So, which is which? Let's put the inserters on. Yeah, going from red science to planetary logistics system interplanetary logistics system. Yellow is always janky for me. Once I have BLS and ILS is smooth sailing. You never use satellite substations. Oh, really? Is there any particular reason for that? I think they do. I mean, they have a power draw, don't they? Themselves, I think they use power. Is that the reason, or? I mean, these things, because you can fiddle them in, and they have quite a long range, really. It does, the benefits of the. I don't think I've even made a single one yet. Of the substations is like relatively minimal, I think. Let's do 2 inputs for these. So because you need iron plate and the magnets, and then your outputs are there, that's 1 stack. And then you also need plasmas. And then outputs are there, so that's a 1. We'll put that as 2, but don't think it really needs to be. It's a 1 in there. And then if we have that going that way, because this is blocked off. But what else does this need? This needs blue motors and frame materials. Okay. So frame materials was there, and say blue motors is there. So it's every sort of 2 machines, isn't it? So it needs to be there and there. Oh, missed. There. For the power. I like that these look like little, you know, fidget spinners. Do people have fidget spinners anymore? Quite. I mean, obviously they're meant to be, you know, flying drones sort of thing, but it's cool that they went with the three-sided ones rather than sort of 4-sided drones. Right, so we then put the questy bits on. Like so. Now, I think I'm going to have a separate. Is that the right place? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Separate one here. So we need. I need a bunch more of them, haven't I? So there, there, there. You go. Oops. There. Like that. And then I put them in the wrong place, haven't I? Whoops. Should be there. Okay. I do think the satellite substation should have a bigger coverage area. I think it should be. I mean, they should probably be more expensive, but it does. You know, if it should do like an eighth of a planet or something like that, they should be, because they're meant to be in space. So if they're in geostationary orbit, yeah, they should be covering a huge chunk of the planet. Not say it's only like a. I mean, it's a big coverage area, but it's not that big. Oh, lack of item. Okay. In fact, didn't I put some of these in with the top hats on in my original? Let's be generous and call it a bus build. Did I put some of those with? Yeah, okay. So I could probably start ordering some of them up. Rather than flying over here. Anyway, let's grab. I didn't do that. Let's just grab a load of them. What? Oh, what else might be useful? Nothing really. Got lots of machines. Plenty of boxes here. Okay. Am I going the wrong way again? Oh look, we have got plasmas, so I could maybe stick them in logistics as well. Okay. Right. Go. Then let's do just the one for each of those. Did I even set them? I didn't, did I? Okay. And then we want these up here. And I think they've made them look, you know, integrated. They don't look, you know, botched together. I say it's more that this sort of quest. So we're not going to be making any of them, but cool. But yeah, it feels like very much an afterthought. I don't think they planned for them to be like that. Supply for them. Let's get you in. So I'm probably going to make everything, just because. Supply. Did I put the drones in? Yes. In fact, let's leave the top hats off the ones that I'm not using, essentially. So that's blue. So we've not made a single blue belt. Is that because I've messed it up? Because we've got the graphite. We've got blue motors. Why have you not... Oh, I didn't put that on supply. There we go. Did I put you on supply? Yes, I did. But why have I done that? Because I haven't got the inserters going in anywhere. Okay, let's copy and paste that over, and I'll switch these out. Hadn't set up the other one, so let's get rid of that. We want that one, that one, and that one, and then these need to be that one. So I'll put these a bit higher, I think. Just for the sake of it. Blue ones, 200. Okay. So, are you full of greens and stuff? You are, pretty much. Cool. Right, now let's do these. Oh, of course they copied it over, so we don't need to do it again. We need to put the drones in. Okay, let's go and switch it all on. Make sure it's working. So, first one then is iron plate. And I haven't put any drones in there either. Cool. So iron plate and magnetic coils, and that then becomes the actual machine. This also needs the plasma wires. I don't think I'm requesting those in. Nothing happened, so I would guess not. Where are they? I mean, I could put them in there, can't I? Because I'm not really using the magnets, but I'm not using the glass either, or steel, or what have you. So, but yeah, here is these. Let's request in. Do I want 1,000? No, let's do 300. And then we need to put some belts on. That one. And then that's done that already. That's a supply. It's a drone. Super duper. Super duper. Yeah, so I've not used any of them yet. So maybe I shouldn't have done that straight away. Okay, so you are requesting in the plasmas, which you've got. You are on distribute. You should be on distribute. Now, what do we need here? We need the frame materials, super magnetic ring. So if we make this the frame materials, I think. Oh no, that's the output, isn't it? So that's fine. Then this one was going to be the blue motors. Demanding in. And this one's going to be frame materials, which I say I'm pretty sure I'm not making anywhere, but we shall see. Demand those in. We could add them on here, just on principle. I say we might as well kill some of these off until, because these are sort of the weirder and wackier materials, so we'll get them when we need them, as it were. But let's have a look, see. Put that a bit lower. Demand. Nothing happened, so I assume that means there are none. Oops, I didn't set the filter. Boop, boop. And set that as... Do I want these to be more than one? Oh, I didn't set it on there. Nah, one's fine. They're very expensive materials, so... Distribute and drones. Cool. Why does that not look like that's because that one's in the wrong place? There. Where is the box? There's the box. Awesome. Yeah, I'm clearly not making frame materials anywhere. Which is fine. It's fine. Are you filled up with stuff? Yeah, so it won't make any of them because it can't, which is fine. That's kind of what I'm expecting. Cool. Okay. What should we make next? Whoops. What should we make next? So we've made all of those, basically. How about we switch on to something that requires blue turbines, maybe? Obviously, I've got the high level ones of those that have not... Oh, in fact, I didn't restart research. Paused it while I was messing about with setting up the other planets of it. So that technically uses blue motors. Am I ever going to use pilers, really? I mean, accumulators use blue motors. So that might be a useful one to have. Or fusion power, maybe? He's doing his robot dance again. The animations they've picked for the, the idle things are a bit weird, if I'm honest. How about... Because that also uses green crystals, which is like, basically not used by anything else. I think. Because there is something that uses them somewhere, I think, but... Accumulators is about... Well, I mean, the science does, but... It's not what I mean, obviously. Isn't there something? Maybe it's one of the super high level machines, but yeah, let's make some things. What was I going to make? So I'm going to make fusion power plants, or at least set them up. No, accumulators. Let's do accumulators, because then I could have the green crystals at the top. So if this is like empty accumulators. Well, that's the point. Could I have them feed into a power thing and do that? No, let's leave accumulators, because that feels more complicated. I think we'll just have this end, essentially. So what we could do is work something off of the plasmas, because the oil things need plasma, don't they, basically? Those two do. But they're quite complicated recipes. They're basically identical, aren't they? Oh. Oh. Yeah, so that's unfortunate positioning for that, isn't it? Is there anything else that uses a plasma exciter that's a bit of a simpler recipe? I don't think there is. There is something, but where do I really want to make... Oh, there we go. Oh no, that's the oil. Ah, there we go. It's these logistics things. So that would be iron and circuits and what have you. Iron, circuits, and these things. So if we had a, something there, maybe that's the output. I don't think there's anything that uses no. I think this might just be the endpoint for chaining anything together. So I could do something with diffusion. But you see, that's a 4 input thing. So we'd be better off offsetting that. And then having something else. Oh. Current playthrough is 1,131 hours. Crikey. I'm trying to get a O-type star on the galactic scoreboard. I think either 100 terawatts or 200 terawatts. I've been built 10 Dyson Spheres around each of the 30 stars. About 30 more to go. Just bought a new 4K computer. It's starting to struggle. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it. Oh, 2K computer. You've got quite a bit more ambition for me. I play Factorio. That's sort of my favourite game, basically. I've mostly streamed that. I love this game as well. I think this is in that sort of pantheon of Factorio, Satisfactory, and Dyson Sphere. I've put this second for me personally, although I fully understand why people prefer this. But yeah, I get the. I think it's quite nice that they've designed it, that it kind of works for, or the aim of it is it gives you a reason to do a mega base, whereas Factorio, it's just a thing of I want to do 4,000. It's not an actual reason given for doing it. Doesn't make any sense. Where this, the whole center brain thing and all that sort of stuff, it does give it a bit of a reason. But yeah, I don't think I'd ever try and do something on that scale. Maybe when I do get my new computer, I'll start doing big bases and mega bases. But I virtually can't virtually can't even run it to build one Dyson Sphere, let alone 30 odd. It's quite impressive. So this is going to be a 4 ingredient in one, and that needs to go. So I keep forgetting the buttons. Taking a while. So that needs to be all the 4 of those. It won't make any because I don't think those are in the system either. But if we were to say that as being the carbon nanotubes, then we might be able to build something on the other side that also uses these two, and then perhaps find the chest. We can have them outputting there, maybe? Like that. So then, I was going to make that. Have I put all the limits? So that wants to be one of those. So if we put that on there. Like that. So this was going to be carbon and nanotubes. Demand that in. I need to add it on somewhere. Yeah, so we know that the frame materials isn't working. I might put 2 on that one. This, oops. Let go. There we go. So carbon nanotubes. I did my oh, I have got them in the system. Okay. Did my project at university on carbon nanotubes. They were the latest one material. That was 20 odd years ago. Physics seems to go through a thing where there's the latest one material, and they can get millions of pounds of funding to investigate it and try different ways of using it and all that sort of stuff. And then they discover they don't know what to do with it, and it goes away, and then sort of a good long while later people actually work out what to do with it. Right, so if this is circuits, demand those in. Did I put limits on these? I did, didn't it? And then this one needs to be the titaniums. Did I request? I think I took them off, didn't I? Okay, so if we make this, I forgot what I needed. The titanium alloy? Have I seriously not requested that before? No, I think I must have taken it off, didn't I? So if we get, say, you know, just 300 or something like that. Why do I like Factorio better? Oh, crikey. Now there's a question. I guess there's an element to it of familiarity. I was playing Factorio. No, it needs to be supplied, doesn't it? Which is why that's not doing anything, because that's provide. Yeah, these need to be provide rather than supply. So yeah, there's an element to it of just familiarity. You know, it's what I, you know, I sort of dived into it and just, you know, got stuck into it. I think also they kind of, I'm going to use the word perfected, but basically, I mean, if you look at a lot of the games that have come afterwards, as it were, they've kind of been inspired by Factorio. And you take this, for example, I mean, these are just logistics bots, you know. Like you're having Factorio, and your drone, you know, uses construction bots, and a lot of the systems that they do are aping Factorio in a sense, but that doesn't mean, you know, they haven't improved on them or come up with better ideas. It's just, as I say, they've been inspired by that. Have we not got any? I didn't set them on, did I? But which isn't necessarily a reason to prefer that game to other, you know, to others. It's to this. It's just, I say, I guess there's that familiarity aspect to it. But I also personally find the challenge in Factorio more interesting. You see what I mean? I think when this gets combat is going to be the real kind of test of this game for me, because I know a lot of people don't like the biters, and I fully understand why not. It's a bit like the looks. I really like the way Factorio looks, but it's because I quite like that dirty industrial, you know, grimy, you know, diesel punk aesthetic. Full stop. That just, you know, it's a look that appeals to me. I mean, I don't think it's pretty, but you know, I sort of like the look of it, as it were. Whereas this is very bright. I mean, you could make quite a good case, I think, about, in a sense, who made it, because obviously this is Chinese development team, and there's a sort of an optimistic aspect to this, and that's why it's sort of bright and colourful and, you know, that sort of thing. Why does that not look like I've lined them up properly? So the machine should be one gap across. So if I was to find something that used circuits and alloys, I could maybe build it here. But yeah, I sort of prefer the challenge to it, essentially. To this, so I think with adding this new system in, you know, it gives it a lot more variety, a lot more interest. It was when I tried to do a make everything before, it was a real struggle. It was very cack-handed and awkward, and I think this is probably solving a lot of those problems. But fundamentally, it's like, for example, blueprinting. You know, this blueprint can just work everywhere, and it's a relatively simple blueprint. And although the ILS are brilliant, and it's a really good system, it takes a lot of the challenge out of it, because it's just, you know, you plop down a you know, planetary logistics and stuff. You just plop one down, you know, request in what you want, and it kind of sorts it all out for you, which I say it's not a bad thing. It's just I say I sort of prefer the difficulties you get in Factorio to this. That's not a very good answer to your question. But I say it's just something I think that... Why are you not doing anything? Because I've set you onto request like an idiot. Yeah, it's just a personal preference at the end of the day. So the bugs, yes, yeah, the biters in Factorio. And I say once they've introduced their combat version in this, I think that's going to be the real test of it, because one of the key things with Factorio, and I say, you know, it's one of those things that's fine if you turn them off and you don't like them or what have you, but the pressure that the bugs put on you, both in terms of resource demand and so you've got to progress through the tech tree, you know, to get better weapons because they evolve over time and with pollution, etc., etc. It's, to me, it's quite a good incentive for moving up the tech tree basically and progressing in the game. I mean, I think the biters could have done with more variety and it could have done with more weapons in the base game to make it a bit more fun. But yeah, I just sort of prefer that. And I say once this gets its combat thing, I think it'll have that same impetus. The sort of, because at the moment, you know, I can just chat away here. You know, I don't have to do anything. You know, for the next 20 hours, there's no pressure at all to do anything. Have I cut that up as well? Why are you not requesting anything in? So this is requesting carbon nanotubes. 2 available, 1 route out of range. 0 available routes. So what's this then? Oh, it's because it's not set. I thought it... Huh, did I change that then? Weird. Okay, I don't know why that had done that. But yeah, and it'll be interesting to see how it works and basically what impetus it puts you on, you know, to you know, play through the tech tree. What else could we make? As I say, so we've not got anything. Maybe them energy exchangers. So just my fusion. Because that would then be steel and whatever those plasma thingies are. Although plasma and circuits are not. What might we want to make? I've sort of leapt up here now into really advanced stuff. Instead of making, you know, assemblers and things like that, I've just, you know, dived straight up into plumbing energy exchanges and things like that. Because we then get steel and plasma. Let's think this through. So if I was then to try and say put that there, so that would need to be steel and plasma. Is there something I could build here that would have steel and plasma? I'm sure there is, because a few things use that, don't they? I mean, if we put... I wonder if I could do something like that. So if I put on there... Oh no, they wouldn't fit, would they? But I could put it there. So this needs to have a box to go in. Which is there. Wait, what's the alignment on that one? So that's the output. And then this, if this was something like... Something like what? Something like those. Then this was going to potentially be then. I'm having to remember. So one was steel and one was plasmas. So if that was the plasmas, could I put that there and make those? Because there would be... Did you need steel? You did. You didn't. You did. Both also need circuits, don't they? So circuits could maybe be here. I'm wondering actually if this is maybe a better way of doing it, having two machines, you know, together. Not two machines, two boxes together, aren't they? So if this was, if that was steel, then, and that was plasma, because they both need plasma, that gives it the titanium. So it's going to need plasma. If that's circuits, what else does it need? It needs the box to put the actual ILS into. I can never see the boxes. So ILSs would go that way. That goes down. That's plasma. That's circuits. But then also needs titanium. It's got plasma. It's got titanium. It needs titanium and steel. Which can't see the box again. Things in the way. Okay. I wonder if maybe I should do it on the top then. So if we flip it all around. But you don't need circuits, do you? So we'd need to reverse these. So if this was up here, is there any more room if I do that? Or am I just banging into a different set of machines? So if this was now the plasma, that gets plasma, and so we have to flip them round. But that becomes the ILS box. That's my mecha getting a boost, I guess. Okay, yeah. That I've put in the wrong place, haven't I? Let's just copy them over there again. So I can delete these. Back in. Like that. I like this game more if I had clear space sectors or other planets to expand. I think it was going to be oppressive. Yeah, I don't know if you saw the most recent blog post. They basically kind of admitted that, I mean, it's an early access game. It's not, you know, something that's, you know, a requirement on it when it's in early access. But they basically kind of said, you know, this game is horrendous on the CPU. Because you know, it was talking about optimization that they're going to do, which is basically them saying it's not optimized in any way at the moment. It looked like they had a plan for doing it. So if that was the ILS, that was a plasma, and then the output for you needs to be there. I think I should just crack on with this. So if we just try this, even if it then goes wrong, and if we get rid of them, put them in there, if we can, and then we get rid of that, there, and then we take out those, put them in there. Okay, so this one needs circuits, and then this was going to be plasma, I think. So if we do the one for plasma, and then this is steel. So if this is plasma, Oh, it's not plasma, is it? Particles. And then this is steel, was it? I think. Demand that in. Put the drones in. And then you need a box to go in. Again, this is where I discover that actually all I've done is transferred my sort of space issues to a different place. But that gets it, those two. That's the, whatever it's called, pink dumbbells or whatever. And then that would be the ILS. No, that would be the PLS. This is the ILS. We'll do the, and we can do the, you know, these ones somewhere else because they're a completely different beast with charging and stuff like that. But that was those. Would you have everything? You would have circuits, you would have titanium, you'd have steel, and what else meant to be coming in there? Plasma. Why are you not bringing plasma in? Because I've not set it anywhere, that's why. So let's see if we've got plasma. I mean, we know we've got plasma. But has it? Yeah. Has it got something in the box? That's the real question. Put meters in there. Am I out? No. There. No. Demand, not request. But yeah, I think something where, I mean, it looked like it was some sort of, I should have looked up the name. I can't remember what it was, but there's like a thing, it's like, I don't know, von Neumann machine or something, where it basically goes round replicating itself, essentially. Come on. You know, sort of just using all the resources in order to expand. And then, you know, sending off colony units, and it seemed to be quite like that. It's looked like also looked like it was probably inspired by, I seem to remember it's a Star Trek episode. It might not have been, but it's like the crystalline entity, I think they call it. Which like this crystalline, well, it looked like a snowflake basically. But it's like this bit, you know, this sort of alien life form thing in Star Trek, I think. Getting all my sci-fi mixed up. And then, so this would be the planetaries, if we can get it to work. This would be the ILSs, if we can get it to work. Ten, 10. So this would be coming out here. And then you need those. You also need what? Because this is your output. That's your input. Yeah, I suspect this sideways system is probably a better way to go. So, it's now not got titanium. Or what? So it's got... No, it's not got circuits. So, that also needs circuits. So the circuits could be here. And then... Because that needs plasma, which is getting from there. If it will click on it. Come on. Like that. But it needs titanium and steel. But we could put, if I can find the box. Already got the thing there. So you both needed circuits, you both needed circuits. So let's put that on there. Now you need titanium and steel. You're getting steel from here. Come on. Okay. You needed plasma. You also need the whatever it calls it, super steel, which you've got a link to anyway. Then want that one there, that one there, that one there. Did I set the box limits? No, I did not. Yeah. Okay. So this is the super steel. And I guess steel again. Ah! Next level smelters. I'm just wondering which way around will be best. Let's put some power on because this blinking is driving me nuts. So, 2 machines, bosh, 2 machines, bosh. 2 machines. Oh. It's in the way now. Okay. Oh, that's a bit annoying, isn't it? Let's move those. So it'd be there. Wait, let me put it next to it, won't it? Oh, I can't put it there, though. Oh, that's annoying. Broken all my symmetry, my lines. I made a blueprint to make every machine kind of like a galactic mall. Makes every machine available to everywhere in the game. 75,000 facilities and covers a planet. Proudest accomplishment in Factorio. Proudest. So, I mean, I wouldn't say I'd finished. So, I'm doing a series. Well, I've actually taken a break from it because it got quite heavy and quite complicated. But I'm doing a series called Aesthetic Factorio. Where I'm using lots of minor mods, and particularly ones that add in like aesthetic, so like coloured concrete and things like that. And I would say that's probably the thing I think is different and interesting that I've done. But I did a whole streaming series on where I built a mega base. And it was, considering it was my first ever time trying to do a mega base, I think it was, pretty good. But it didn't really work fully properly, but, it wasn't far off. I ran out of steam with it, really. And so, if this was to be Ray receivers, good old Raymond receivers, I don't think it can be, though, because that's such a complicated recipe. But yeah, I'd say that's the thing I'm sort of most proud of in a sense, but I'd say it's not really finished. So how would that even work? If we've got 5 inputs, we need a total of 6, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that could work then. So if we would need to use all of the points, but that basically means that should be steel. I never thought I would. I've always seen myself as quite a slow player in like all of these management building type games, and I was really quite pleased when I managed to do the speedrun achievements and like completely smash them. Actually, that was really nice because it was like actually this game quite well. That sort of a feeling to it. So. We've got titanium? Yeah, we've got titanium. Okay. I need to upgrade some of these inserters, don't I? But this gets steel and circuits, and it needs 3 other things. We are absolutely not making photon combiners, but that's fine. I suppose going way back, I was obviously quite proud when I finally launched a rocket, I'd sort of, it took ages for me to launch my first rocket because I kept restarting, which is a common problem with that game. There's a big difficulty spike with oil in Factorio, and people just sort of give up, and like there's a great tendency to be sort of, oh, I'll do it better next time, you know. Whereas what you should actually do is just push on, and finish, you know. Right, so that's Raymond receivers, so we only want one of them. And what else do you need? Photon combiners, which we're definitely not going to have any of them, but we'll put some on somewhere. Okay, so you need steel. I wonder if I could do one of the power ones. Do either of those need? No, they don't need steel, do they? I mean, you do, but you're what we're making. Anything with steel and silicon? What about you? No, you're all sorts of bizarre stuff, aren't you? So those use, yeah, okay. So no silicon. Does anything use, if that was steel, is there anything that uses steel and super steel? I don't think there is, but no. Okay. Oh, it's a spray coaters that use plasma. Okay. We'll take this as a kind of endpoint, I think, then. So let's just stick them wherever, really. Okay, did I put limits on all the chests? I did. Okay. So, photon combiners. So 70 drones left, okay. So photon combiners. Doesn't really matter, but silicon, steel, and what we're doing, okay. So, I've made a lot of stuff. I'm wondering about almost going back to the beginning, in a sense of going back here and doing some of the simpler stuff. So I sort of ended up way down the complexity tree here. So how about we make assemblers? There is the level 3 assembler. And I can't remember what the heck that has in it. Can I even do that as a tech? Oh, there you go. It's that one. So, looks like science has ground to a halt. I assume that. I think purple is. What's that? Oh, that's the super chemical lab. I think purple is basically dependent on like a single machine making lenses or something silly. Oh, no, there's plenty of purple. There's plenty of everything. You lack blue, okay. I guess it's probably just a speed thing. Interesting. Anyway, getting distracted. So, I say, let's go back to almost the beginning. In fact, let's go and grab some more drones, I think. Double stack of them. Make sure that's topped off. Anything else worth grabbing? Got lots of assemblers and inserters. Obviously not using, but I guess I could make some splitters because I don't think I'm making them here. Oh, boxes, I guess. Boxes. Let's make a load of them. Go. Right, so I never ordered in. So we got silicon already, didn't we, from when I did the initial ones? And I didn't put photon combiners on the list, but you know, we know we're not making them anywhere. But let's just reserve a slot. And have them go into a ILS for when we do have them available. Distribute. Okay, so let's drop a few more of these in. And two, and then see if I can't get the positioning right. Why does that look wrong? No, that's okay. No, that one is wrong. Yeah, okay. I should blueprint this, shouldn't I? Given how much I'm sticking it down. What's this? There we go. Another one. Nice and ready. Put that in the wrong place. Okay, and then we put the boxes on top. Okay, so we're ready to go with that. Looks like we've used up pretty much all of the plasma particle guys. That's fine. Okay. Let's see, maybe if we start with the oil ones, because I don't know if we'll get this. We might get these done, but and then I can build the rest, build them in preparation, basically. So, yeah, let's do the oil stuff. So that's using 4 inputs, isn't it? And they're all common, is the thing. Would there be a way of sharing those in a sensible way? Because to say, it feels like, it's starting to feel like, you know, this. Well, let's put a thing here to make it nice and sort of even. So that would be lined up there, but it kind of feels like. Oh, look. I've been paying attention to my power. Again, I think I've got, you know, I've unlocked fusion, but I think I'm making, I've got like 1, and I've got this tiny little thing making, you know, deuterium. Where is my power thing? It's fun, this. I quite like this sort of puzzle element to it, really. Sort of a different sort of a challenge to the normal game. I'm sure it was around here somewhere. Here we go. And I got loads of the deuterium rods stacked up, haven't I? So we could easily, oops, put some more in here. Gives a bit more burny power there. Have I got any of them on? You know, because I'm not sure if this will have made any. Yes, I got 3 on me. Has this made any? Looks like it might have done. Oh yeah, 4 stack. Crikey. Crikey. Well, we don't need that many. Let's go and stick some of these up here. Was it over here? Yeah, I could do some hydrogen burners as well. Is this the right end of the planet? I think I've gone to the wrong end of the planet. I have. Oh look, that's been used up. That's nice. I was been thinking about Satisfactory as well, whether I'd want to give that another go, because they're now talking about update 8 Satisfactory, which they're going to Unreal 5, which is great. You know, I think that's good. I know there's some people are sort of unhappy or worried about it, but I think I'm of the opinion it's a good shift. Some of the stuff it gets in, because Satisfactory is a pretty game. It's a really pretty game. And I think that would benefit from it. Oh, total power generation of 1 gigawatt. Okay, that's a bit better. There's your whatchamacallit. But yeah, it's whether I'd give it another go, basically, whether I'd actually start a new factory or whatever, and I came to the conclusion of no, unless they introduce some improvements. I think I'm just going to wait with Satisfactory to kind of see what they do with the final version of the game, because I just found it so frustrating. And you know, it needed blueprinting. They introduced blueprinting, but their version of it was just you've got this wrong, guys. So if we make the 2 oil thingies here, I mean, I don't think I'm really needing much oil, but let's just make the thing. They use exactly the same stuff. So what we really want is to be able to build other things kind of here that use the same materials, just have them output in there, or you know, have sufficiently common materials, shall we say, that it makes sense to build these things here, don't we? So what we want is something with a. This is the other. I was saying this before, last time I played. It could really do it. I could really do with putting a spreadsheet together of like the commonality of what you build, or what ingredients are needed for each of these. So we know we've got water pumps. That's a reasonably good match because it uses circuits, stone, circuits and stone. Both of those use. So what else could we put there? What would be a good... That might not be a bad one because it's circuits, steel, because it's weird stuff basically, and plasma. There's something else they used plasma once. There's this thing, but it's again a bit higher level for what we're doing. What about chemical plants? Aren't they similar? But then I've got this thing over boosting them up with, you know, having them chained together. What else uses stone? Storage boxes use stone. And iron. Oh, that might be an interesting one to put on. What about you? Ah, stone. It'd be nice to have all the fluidy ones together. So if this was water pumps, put that in the wrong place, didn't I? So if that was water pumps, because water pumps use circuits, that uses circuits, that uses circuits. That one does with motors. So if this is circuits, basically, all four of them are sharing that. That could be plasma, because it's just exclusive to the two. Now, I say, could we use that? Glass and iron. Do you use iron at all? You use iron. So one of these could be stone. So that could be stone, because we have to duplicate on either side. And maybe then that'll give me the opportunity to do some new chemical plants, because they use stone as well. Stone as well. Okay, so let's see if I can connect everything out. So, oops, those are the outputs. And then input, 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 input. It's like the old days. I think I put them the wrong way around, didn't I? Put them as outputs when they need to be inputs. Okay. Can we do something sensible with power? So there, there, and there. Okay. I haven't set any of the. Can't I copy and paste that? Copy, paste. Oh, I can. Cool. Right. Put the hats on. Put the bots in. And work out what's where. So we want circuits. Yeah, circuits. Because that goes into all of them. No, it doesn't. Ah. That one doesn't use circuits. Okay. Something else I can put that does use circuits. Not sure there is with stone. Because you don't use circuits, do you? Oh, that uses circuits. So if that was splitters, would that work? So that's got circuits coming in there. Because this uses iron plate, doesn't it? So this could be iron plate. Because that uses iron plate as well. And then essentially it sort of doesn't matter between those, but we can have that be the plasma for those two. We've got circuits and plasma now. Now you use stone brick, so this one needs to be the stone brick because that's a shared one, and so that one must be the steel. And then this is the output. This is the output. That's the output. That's the output. What are you missing? You're missing motors. So you could have motors there. And you're missing gears. You don't need gears at all. But that's okay. Oh. So that could be gears there. And then it would be good, because that needs to be stone, yes. So if this is, what do you need? Steel. Do we have something that uses steel and gears? That does. Piler. So plasma, circuit, steel. Might have been a better choice for being in here, but what else? So you'll use steel, stone, glass and circuits. Huh. And then you use more wacky stuff. 1, 2, 3 of them. So I'm wondering maybe if this is chemical plants here. That works. If that's chemical plants, where's it gone? Where's it gone? Because that then has the stone. So you would then need glass and circuits. That's not going to work, is it? Because you need super weird stuff. Does anything else need stone and steel? Ah! No. Stone and iron. But gears. Okay, so if we swap them over. So if this is thermal power plants, then we've got gears. That would be now stone. And then we would need magnets and... because aren't they in turbines? That might work. No, it may hurt your aesthetic, but you can run some belts through your build. Help you not have to build multiple boxes for the same item. Yeah, you're entirely right. It is doing it for aesthetics, basically. I mean, I'm sort of failing because I've obviously gone from a square aesthetic to a sort of a diagonally one. But it's a bit of an exploration. You learn that every time you play, I guess. But yeah, that would be the most sensible thing to do. But never let it be said that I do the most sensible thing. So if that was then outputting, so I'm wondering if there is something I can put there, because if that was chemical plants, how badly wrong would that be? I'm almost trying to do the opposite. When I did, I make everything before, and it kind of became a spaghetti mess. I started out really neat. Ah, okay, that's the replicator. Right, let's put something else on the research kit. I do like this, that you can't... this is this thing I say about Factorio, it's like complicated to get through the tech tree, in my opinion, but I actually kind of like that it's simple. It sort of suits the game better, but, you know, it's just been ticking away doing a lot of the science while I'm almost not paying attention. You know, and I'm virtually at the point where I could build a Dyson Sphere. Or get close to it anyway. So, so that would be the Raymond receivers, basically. And that's the one, isn't it, that lets you do bigger and bigger things. So, if we do that, that'll give us the recipe for these guys. And we're almost then at the... So there's that, but that I wouldn't build here. And the... Yeah, so then we'd basically be able to build everything. So let's have a look, see if there's any upgrades we could do. Oh, we've done the Universe 4, excellent. Should we just stick that one on, the last one? I'd rather have more inventory, really. Oh, I forgot I had them. But, yeah. And then get ourselves a little bit of warp speed. Research. It's a bit pointless, really, isn't it? Let's just put a few of these on, just because we can, sort of thing. Keep it ticking away. But yeah, so if I made chemical plants there, I'd have those two. There's no other common ingredient, is there? It's not actually all that useful. Okay. Oh. What about if we did have one of the power things? So if this was turbines, wouldn't really work. What about solar panels now? Did this need gears? That needs gears. Okay. Stone. Wait, that doesn't work anyway, does it? Oh, I was going to swap them over, wasn't I? Let's do that, because that's confusing me. Yeah, so this needed to be stone. So we get rid of that. And then this needs to be steel. So get rid of that. Is that right? Yeah. So now this is getting stone, gears, iron plate and thingy. So if we were to put in that, wouldn't work because it would need to really be steel. What about diggers? Not really. So them I sort of want to build in a chain, them in a chain. What about that? No, that doesn't work. Steel. Plasma circuits. Why don't those have circuits in them? That's a bit weird. What about something like that? No, much more complicated. Boxes. We're not making boxes elsewhere, are we? It could be, in fact, that box might be perfect for going in there full stop. Because that's exactly what I've got there. So then what's this missing? This is missing magnets and iron plate, which is fine. Yeah. So we just put this in a... but anyway, well, let's put that there. No, don't need that connection. That one. And then is that first thing on? Cool. Put that there. There. Wait. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that's fine. Right, so let's set as maximum that. Okay, wonderful. And then you need that. That. And then you need a box to put your stuff in. Okay. So make it available. What am I requesting where? Oh, I didn't put the inserters in, didn't I? Okay. Make that available. No. Available. Requested. Available. So we're missing the magnetic coils and iron things, both of which we can use to make turbines. Come on. So, turbines. And this needs to be magnets, say. Request them. And what? Magnets and iron plates. Cool. So you get magnets and plates. So that just needs gears. Because that's copper, silicon and circuits, isn't it? That's one of the ones that's completely weird and there's like nothing else quite common with it. The pilot's a really weirdly complicated recipe. So if that, I could maybe make those there as well. What was that? That was the... I mean, I guess I could... I can't honestly say I've ever used the traffic monitors. Maybe if I had them available more. It always just seems a bit sort of pointless, because what's it kind of telling you that you almost don't know? We're getting to the stage where there's a risk of me duplicating things as well. So, if we made traffic monitors, we would need iron gears, glass and circuits. And this needs gears. So, we could have a box here that is gears. And then the actual pilers would go here. Is it pilers? Or was it monitors? It was monitors, wasn't it? I was going to make, because then we've got glass and circuits. So box, 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 box. Box, so that could be circuits, and you're missing gears. Okay. Yeah, I definitely prefer this offset way of doing it. It sort of just gives you some more options, really. And as you say, if I wasn't rigidly just sticking to must be in a box. Oops. They have even more options. There. There. Okay. Where's it gone? Okay. What happened there? What are you meant to be requesting it? So I was going to make that big gears, wasn't I? So then this was going to be glass because it's rather well. Actually, let's not do that. shall see what's best. But we need glass and circuits. So gears and circuits feels like it's something that would be quite popular. But let's have a look. How about something like that? So no gears. Okay. Not that then. No gears there. What about the miners? Gears and circuits. Perfect. And then so you needed circuits. So if this was circuits, then this could be the glass you're missing. And then you'll put them in there. Should really be setting these more sensibly, but I'll just crack on. So circuits, gears. Wait, isn't there a mega? Oh, the mega miner is just a completely different machine with completely different ingredients. So that's okay. But what you're missing is magnets and gear. No, not gears. We're missing magnets and iron plate. What haven't I made now? I mean, we got the storage lower levels not been done. Also got matrix labs haven't been done. Spray coaters and in fact all of these ones on the bottom here haven't been done at all, have they? So got them, done them. Yep. Haven't done solar panels, but they're weird. I need an output box for this. We've done accumulators, not done geothermals, which is not surprising. Fusions we've done on them. We could set up ILSs somewhere. Did I end up doing storage tanks? I don't remember. I don't think I did I? Because we've got the big boxes. Why is that running on for so long? Just because it takes a while to build, I guess? I didn't do storage tanks. Okay. So you need iron and magnets. Because iron, what would be next year there? Iron and gear wheels. Is there anything that uses iron and gear wheels that would be useful to have? I mean, they do. Haven't I already made them? Yes, I have. What about the pilers? No, they're steel. Glass, stone, iron, iron, stone. Okay, let's put just regular boxes here. That. So just capital 1 and some power poles in. Okay. So what was I going to build? I'm losing the plot a bit. What time is it? 5:20. Crikey, 5:20. So at the miners. This is just going to be regular boxes, isn't it? So most of this, I don't really need all of this stuff. But you needed iron. Just put all of these on. Well, I don't really need that, do I? That could be stone. Yeah, put the connectors on first, I think is one of the key things. No, yeah. So you want to demand that in. Oh, I didn't put any drones in, did I? Nope. So that gets you your stone. And why have I put stone there? That should be the iron. Idiot. So I'm losing the plot there, I think. It's this one that was going to be the stone. Cool. This one's not got an output. What else it's missing is magnets or magnet coils. Demand that in. Cool. So we got sort of spare one there, which we can do whatever we want with. We haven't done fluids, and they've got stone, iron, and glass. That one. We could put storage containers. Come on. Like that. And then you could have... Because what are we missing then? It can't be much at all. Because we've got all of these to make. I can never remember. It's no, that one. I think I just sort of cap this off here because we're almost parallel with that stuff there now. We could sort of start a new chain. They've got the set things there. So this could be the stone, say. It's not got any drones in again. There's a way of doing that automatically, isn't there? I forgot what it is. So you're sending those out, which means you must be the glass. Cool. Right, shall we work on these for the last half an hour? And I can work out what I've missed, what we still got left. Right, I think I'm gonna do one, like the basic thing, and then blueprint that. Or at least copy it, not necessarily a final blueprint. Yeah, as in, so one of the things I was saying, you know, with this, I mean, I suppose there is going to be a lot of optimization in it, really. You know, once you've, as you were saying, if you're trying to build some, you know, 30 Dyson spheres in one system, that type of thing, feels like optimization is going to be needed, but also, you know, they need to kind of optimize the whole game, really, because that doesn't seem like it's going to be kind of achievable. So with anything but, you know, a supercomputer, basically. Did I put that in completely the wrong place, didn't I? Because I'm putting them on these. Oh, I've missed one as well. Am I putting that in the wrong place? Because there should be like 2 between them. Why is that? Yeah, it is. Let's do that again then. So we want that there. And now, don't know how many I need. Let's just pop another one in. Okay. So, if these are all the belts ones, these are all the inserty ones. That's like the power things. And, oh, I didn't put the limits on. Right, so what could we order in that would be a sensible set of things to order in? Maybe we do the 3 power things there, maybe? I quite like... Oh, if we do hats on them first, and then we do little storage, big storage. Didn't put the drones in again. And liquid storage. So, little storage, big storage, liquid storage. Yep. I suppose really, thinking about it, I suppose the other ones would be able to supply me if I've set them properly. I don't think I have though, have I? Why have you not made a single one of those? Oh, I guess you have, but yeah, because it's got me on them. Okay. What was I doing? So we've not got any little storages. Why not? Have I messed that up somehow? Provide. Oh, it's not got the. Wonder why sometimes it doesn't pick up the filter. Okay. What else might be nice to have together? I mean, what I could do here, use up this one. We could maybe have the splitters. So this could be splitters. Splitter. Do I want them in? Why have we not got any drones? Because I didn't put them in. Why has that got... No, got it wrong again. Yeah, it seems to be quite bad at guessing what is meant to be in there. Oh, and that's not set with a limit. Okay. And what we could have on there... We've not got a hat on it. Lost it. There we go. Lemon. Yeah, one of these others. So we could maybe do what? Traffic monitors or something like that. We've got them available. So this could be the traffic monitors. And splitters, traffic monitors. Okay. What could we have in this one here? We could have... maybe the Raymond receivers, because it's sort of a power distribution-y things. Okay. Did I set the box? I did not set the box. So there. I should really prioritize making the drone, shouldn't I? Because I don't think we're making them yet, are we? So that's fine, but they could go in that box. What else could we have in here? Maybe we put the pilers here? Because it's putting things in box. I'm getting very tenuous with my explanations, but there you go. And then a Esla drone. Yeah. And this is going to be the pilers. No, demand. Guess I'm not making them either. Huh, I thought I was. Right now, about 300 Dyson Spheres. I still have to bid 340 more. I promise I want to start over and try incorporating the mini-bots into my early game blueprint book. Only at 55 terawatts. You're going to need to put all these machines in ILSs, right? Yeah, I mean, I probably should be building ILSs first. I kind of want to know how many I need, basically. But yeah, this should be ILSs on this end. Obviously, you can't put them as close, so it's not going to be quite as neat and tidy. But I'm thinking there's like a secondary row, maybe. Oh, that's quite neat that they go every other one. Huh. But yeah, there's then going to have to be a sort of second level. Because what I do, usually, is I have the poles have these on. But I think there's going to be way more than, because if this is meant to be the going out type supply point for the entire planet, I don't think I would have enough. I mean, there's some missing anyway because of where I put the power and all this junk that I've, incorporated into it as I've been spaghettiing my way through the early game. But yeah, these probably should be ILSs with more things going into them. But I quite like this from an aesthetic point of view. So yeah, so we've not got pilers either. I might put some machines down to remind me the ones I've not built yet. As we're going through. So, there was one here, wasn't there? So we got all of them. So we've not got Raymond receivers. Which is not surprising. Wasn't there something else here? Yeah, we've not got these. But that's because we are lacking the, whatever it calls them, the wafer doobly, whatchamacallit. What the heck does it call these? Photon combiners. Which are relatively easy to build, I just haven't had any cores for building them. And then we've not got pilers. No piling here, please. Can't see them, there they are. So we've not got pilers. I think I'm going to have to get some power over here because it's driving me nuts, that blinking. Right. I've got pilers. Okay. What else? What else? That we probably have built that. Because I think I've built some of these, but not others, haven't I? So, what we could do? I mean, we could. Where do we want to start? We could do the fluids next. So we got the oil extractor, oil refiner, water pump, and something else. Because I already did the storage. What about spray coaters? Just stick them on the end, because that's a fluid. I will make my reasons as tenuous as I possibly can. Right. 100, 100. Like we're ever going to use 100 pumps. Oh, well, I guess you are. With your big numbers. But I usually flake out before that point. Things on. And what we're doing. What order did I put them in? Extractors first. It's like, I'm not sure there's much value in building extractors. You can sort of hand build them so easily. But, you know, I am out of drones, aren't I? Let's go and get some more of that then. I was saying yesterday, I don't know if I've disappeared yet because of the whole stupidity of my green screen. Oh no, I'm still vaguely there. OBS is so much better with the what should we call it? Keying, chroma keying compared to Streamlabs. But yeah, I need to bite the bullet and buy the curtains and stuff for this room because it's going to get ridiculously hot in here unless I can sort of reflect some of the sunlight out. What am I looking for? I guess we could just go through. We need boxes. I've used quite a lot of them. Let's just grab some more of them. Not really been using belts. What else? I've got loads of those left. I mean, I don't really, you know, I don't have a recommendation for you for. Why has that got? Oh, it's like 2 layers of just random rubbish. Okay. Of starting again or what have you. It's always a tricky thing. It's one of the difficulties with these early access games as well. That you know, they can introduce some quite big updates. So I was playing because I play all sorts of rubbish, but I was playing Baldur's Gate 3 and got quite a long way into that, and you know, when they do updates, they're enormous updates. basically completely game changing, literally changes the game. With you know, new character classes and all sorts, and I just sort of thought to myself, right, well, I like this enough that I don't really need to keep playing it. I'd rather just wait until they've released 1.0. And you get that with this. I remember I got, you know, saying about Factorio, and now it's my favourite game. I got quite annoyed. They did a change, and it was more how it was communicated, where they changed a recipe for, I think it was the miners, and the communication was just broken because, no, I don't know whether it was because they're like Polish, I think, I can't remember, developers, and I don't know if it was just a mistranslation error or something like that, but they basically did this thing saying, or, you know, I wasn't remember exactly. They basically said, "We've made the recipe simpler," or something worse to that effect. You know, made it easier, basically, and they'd actually done the exact opposite. They'd made it more complicated. You know, more difficult to produce the item, and I got quite annoyed because it was like, I didn't actually mind them changing it, but if you're going to say it's simpler, then it needs to be simpler. You can't go saying, right, well, this is simpler, when actually you've made it more difficult. It's like, that's literally the opposite of what you've done. Did that not? Oh, it's the pilers that I haven't done, isn't it? Right. But yeah, always the difficulty of early access games. It's like someone who watches the occasional stream is like a big into Arc, and they're just absolute masters of annoying their own community with terrible messaging. request. It's quite a tricky thing to, you know, it's like a tricky thing to manage, I think, when you've got a game that's a big hit. What am I looking for? I'm looking for water pumps and I can't see it. Where are they? There they are. You know, you got a bit. I know. I mean, they did the same with Valheim, I think, where they said them things that they were going to change, and everyone got all upset. So it's sort of a double-edged sword of, you know, a big hit in early access. Right. Am I making spray coaters? Are they coming in, or is that another one I need to add to my list? I think seems to be happening. Oh, I do like all these drones flying up. It's really funky. Yeah, I don't see spray coaters. So it looks like spray coaters is another one we need to do. Right. Understandable, given the weird recipe. And you know that's missing. Spray coaters is missing. Okay, what next? Did I put ray receivers on rather than exchangers, isn't I? Okay, so how about we do where are they? Empty batteries, full batteries, energy exchangers, and then maybe geothermals? In fact, why don't I go along and put these on rather than doing it bit by bit? So let's do wind turbines, solar panels, thermal plants and fusion plants, if I've got both. So that's them. What else? I guess there's the ILS triplet. Or the LS triplet. And then we could also have the logistics drone things. And then would it have... yeah. Saved the copy and paste? I am short of something. What other? What are we short of? Ah! Splitters, but we know we got splitters. A bunch of them. We run into my build. Okay. How are we doing? So we've done all of them. Hopefully we've got them in. I might just leave these as like super later things, but we've put them in. I did the energy exchangers. Did I put geothermal somewhere? I think I did, yeah, there we go. So we've definitely got miners somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'll leave this sort of, you know, top end stuff because we only just unlocked them anyway. Okay, so we could do miners, super miners, smelters, super smelters, and then, oops, oh, I've skipped one. So if we do level 1s, level 2s, level 3s, and labs, and then where of the... I think that's it then, isn't it? Oh, there's chemical... I haven't done chemical plants. So we could do super plants, we could do fractionators. And I guess particles, because they're sort of the same thing. So if I did put one last one down, is that everything? We shall see eventually. So it's the ejectors and the launchers. The question of whether I also do the drones and stuff here, it would make sense to, wouldn't it? It feels like I've forgotten something out of this list. Do particles and fractionators. So rejectors, silos. I think actually I'm just not going to do them, and we'll put, say, drones, drones, and drones instead. Okay, it's a lot to build. Let's put all of these on. So hopefully they, oh, they've not got the. It mustn't keep the limit. That's when you do the copy and paste. Oops. Okay. And then let's put these on. And then put, where do we stop having drones in? Oh. Oh. Wowza. Right then. So we know that we've not done spray coaters. We know we've not done some of these as well. But let's just go through them. We've got the empty batteries. It's not sending them for some reason. We've got full batteries. I'm wondering if that's pointless because of how it sort of works, but energy exchangers. Why are you not bringing the empty batteries in when we know we've done them? Or haven't we? Sure, over here. Some of these don't have anything in, which sort of makes sense. That wouldn't, would it? Oh, that one's not hooked up with inserter, so it's obviously not doing anything. Come on. Come on. Okay. So that's that one. We know that's not working. Where are the empty batteries? Did I just not do them? I thought I was messing about with silicons at one point. No, guess I didn't do them in the end. Can't see them. I've doubled this up, haven't I? Look. I've got them. Is that what I messed? That was. Feels like maybe I was going to put the empty batteries in there, maybe? Ah. Because we don't need that to be there, do we? What possible recipe was I intending to put in there, then? Let's put... Oops. Put them in there. What recipe might this have been? Because it would have been... steel, plasma, circuits... What uses plasma? So we've got that one. The other option, it was something to do with steel. Because that's a completely different recipe. Steel and super steel? Or just a genuine mess up, because that's very different. I can't see anything that it might have been. Oops. What uses the circuits? So it could have been fusion, maybe. But I thought I was making that somewhere else. Yeah, they're fusions, aren't they? Yeah, so we don't need that. What uses circuits? I thought I'd set up ray receivers here, hadn't I? Yeah, so it wouldn't be ray receivers. Would they work? Particle things? Because you've got that, and that. You've only got two of them, haven't you, really? There's no need for steel, there's no need for that. Yeah, I think it's just an error. I think it's just an error. There's very little uses. What about fractionators or something like that? You get steel circuits but no stone and glass. No, that doesn't work. We're just going to have to delete that. Plasma, circuits, and steel. Plasma. Pilers. We got pilers somewhere else? No, pilers is one we know we need, don't we? Yeah, we've not got pilers. So maybe I could stick pilers in there? It's a bit of a dirty compromise, but... So if this was pilers, there's, gives us circuits and steel. So we're missing iron and super magnets, which is unfortunate because that's too much. Can't really fit that in. No, it doesn't work. Steel, magnets. So the problem is it's the ones that need circuits are like multi-recipe ones, multi-item ones, so you know we've literally got unless there's something with those 3 items. Don't think we can put anything else in there. And there isn't really. Oh! Well, there's planetary logistics, but we know that because that's what else is feeding it. So, could do 3 a recipe, but that wouldn't work. No. We know that one doesn't work because of the space issue. We've got them already. So that'd be the diamonds and no. There's nothing common there at all. Steel. No. Okay. Just have to live with the error. Okay. I mean, I've also messed this up, haven't I? Because I got steel there already. So what have I got wrong? Oh, it's super magnets. That should be super magnets. Which are where there? And then this would be the photon combiners. Cool. Okay. Anyway. Oops. So, pilers we haven't made. Thought we'd managed to sneak it in, but no. Got them. Haven't got spray coaters, no. So the 4th one there is the geothermal. Okay, so we haven't got any of them then, have we? No. So we need to make all 3 of them. All 4 of them, right? So we need empty. Where's the 4 ones? Are they not in there? Oh, of course you don't make the 4 ones as such, do you? You charge them up. Energy distributors and exchanges rather. Geothermals. Cool. And then what next? Turbines. Solar panels I'm not making, am I? Fusions and thermals. Okay. So as you can't tell, I've been sort of filling because my brain's gone to Swiss cheese, I think, so I will have to pick this up next time. Why did you lot not go and get wind turbines? Did I already do fusion, or is that thermal? That's thermal. That's fusion. I'll fix them. Yeah, why are you not picking up wind turbines? Because they should be here. No, it's just not available. Okay. And then the ILSs, the LSs, right? Oh, I did not set these down to low. Them in. So we know we're not making them. Six o'clock. Let's just put these on. So storage things as well. We know we're not them. I mean, we know we're not making the various drones as well. We need to make them. Well, we don't, because I've got another place making them. But yeah. So we've got the machines. Oops. So those are the drones on the end there, but so we could put them on. You. But the rest of it, well, there's not much point adding it in because we're up. What about them? We know we've got them, don't we? No? We've not got? Might, yes we have. Not set to distribute again. Yeah, I quite like this, you know, array structure. Sort of works quite well, I think. So those should be coming. 0 available routes. Is that a distance thing? Might well be a distance thing. Oh look, science has stopped as well. We've clearly run out of something. So the miners are here. Item filter not set. Brilliant. I don't know why it does that. Okay. So, yeah, they're all for next time. We know we've got them. They're all for next time. We know there's that one, so we've got the assembly machines of various stripes. I'll just put one on. We've got the smelters. And there's like fractionators and chemical labs and blah 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 blah. So loads of stuff to do still. Cool. Right. So we will end it there. It's flown by that. I've really enjoyed that. I say I quite like the puzzle aspect of it. I think this you know, 3, whatever it is, 4 by 4, 3, 4 arrangement is kind of a, that works quite well. As you say, you do end up duplicating a lot of the boxes, so it would make sense to have some belts in there as well, I think. But in terms of a pure logistic box build, I think that's a design that works. Let's pop my schedule up. Yes, so this is my schedule. I will be streaming next week, exactly the same as this week. Black Corio, Bob's Mods on Saturday. And Dyson Sphere Program on the Sunday. We will literally be continuing on. I certainly won't do anything on this until next week, and we will try and set up this make everything type area. I might think about rearranging the original bit, but I think I'm happy just to leave it as is. Sort of a learning process as you go. Like, you know, I couldn't find a way of filling that gap in, so, you know, just leave it. It's quite interesting how compact it is. You've got millions of drones. I mean, you're not watching it, but you've got millions of drones flying about, which is quite cool. And there's lots of buffs you can do for the drones as well. So I think actually it could be quite relatively efficient. But yeah, so as I say, we will continue next week. The plug I usually give is I have a YouTube channel, and it has all of my VODs on. For this series, for the 2 other Dyson Sphere Program series I've done, there's about 6 Factorio series, Mega Base and Aesthetic, and whatever the heck the other one is that I'm doing, as Bob's Mods, obviously. And then, of course, my aborted Satisfactory playthrough where I got steadily more annoyed as the game went on, and the lack of blueprints. So, yeah, so all it remains for me to say, and thank you for chatting along, Ericsson. Good to have them there. All it remains to say is, if you've been watching, I hope you've enjoyed it, and you might consider coming back for another one. I've been Trismegistus. This has been Dyson Sphere Program. Thanks for watching. Cheers.